And good morning and welcome to the VSA Capital 5 Minute Morning Miner. It's Monday the 15th of May. Lovely Monday morning. We've got a full week coming up. Let's try and do some work, shall we? Paul, morning, how are you?
Good morning. Good morning. Plenty of activity going on this week too.
Oh, that's good to hear. I also note that the lithium price is shooting back up at the moment. I don't know if you spotted that. And I also see that over the weekend, I believe that Rick Rule, one of the most famous, I suppose, or legendary investors in America into the resources sector, has turned bullish on vanadium because he thinks vanadium flow batteries will take off. Well, we've been saying that for years, Rick. But you're right. That doesn't mean to say you should be bullish on vanadium though, because you can get so much vanadium out of spent catalysts and things in the oil industry. And the vanadium price actually has been falling quite sharply recently. But anyway, there you go. Paul, what do you want us about news-wise today?
Well, let's start off with a vanadium story, or at least a vanadium-related story. We've got Neo Metals, which has come out with the PFS on their Barrambie iron tie vanadium project there in West Australia. This particular development program is intended to be a direct shipping or DSO initiative, concentrating first on titanium, where the average grade should be over 20%, according to the PFS statement. And we're looking at after-tax MPV, or excuse me, pre-tax MPV of 375 million Australian and an IRR of 45%. Probable ore reserves at 27 million tons, which includes 22% titanium, 44% iron, and about 0.6% vanadium. 0.6 is about the average grade of ore, the best vanadium deposits out there in the world at the moment. So that's really important to this story. It's a payback of under 4 years on a 13-year mine life on that reserve, but that reserve only represents about 10% of the known compliant resources. So this one should fly pretty well, I think.
Very good. I thought you might have started off, but not that it's news, so to speak, but obviously the board of Newcrest have unanimously accepted the takeover by Newmont to make the world's largest gold miner. That was obviously released today as well. But anyway, that's to say that we all knew it was happening. It's been voted through. Right, you keep going, Paul.
Yep, sure will. We also had some important news out from a company we haven't covered before here called Lexington. It's Lexington Gold is a small AIM company that's been doing exploration in the eastern United States, but now definitely changing its focus with the addition of Australian mining figure Mark Creasy as a shareholder into the company. And it makes a move now to move into South Africa as a jurisdiction in order to make an acquisition of White River Exploration, a private firm which holds a big part of the Witwatersrand mineral rights, including the Jelani joint venture with Harmony Gold on a 6 million ounce resource grading over 6 grams gold. So definitely Lexington changing its focus, and with Mark Creasy behind it, he's a big hitter and very well known in Australian mining investor space for doing big deals.
No, I suspect we're going to be seeing that one all over Twitter fairly soon then, Paul. Very good. Keep on going.
Okay, sure can. You already mentioned the Newcrest Newmont arrangement is going through per the Newcrest shareholders, so I won't follow on that anymore. But there is a nice new exploration discovery out from ASX listed nickel PGM explorer in Brazil, Centaurus Metals. Target zone called Twister was something which outcropped at surface, but also had a nice geophysical signature about 5 kilometers from the intended plant site. So it's a couple kilometers away from the existing resources at the Jaguar project. But nice grades here. We're looking at 11 meters at 1% nickel, for instance, and 8 meters at 1.2% nickel, and so forth. About 900 meters long, this particular showing at this point. But they also mentioned in the same press release, they also have new discoveries at the Flipperama prospect and at the Puma Contact prospect. So definitely the exploration testing of external, or I should say satellite targets to the main Jaguar bodies are coming up with good mineralization.
All right, why don't you finish off with the UK listed first tin? There's a bit of news out there.
Yes, first 10 there has completed the drilling twin program on the Taronga Tin project in Australia. That was a former Newmont property some years ago. But this twinning program of 11 holes has essentially confirmed the mineralization and thicknesses from the historic Newmont drilling, which we would expect it to. And therefore, they can use the entire historic data set then to come up with a new compliant resource estimate, and they do already have a DFS study underway, which this will feed into.
Very good. Let's call it a day there, Paul, and we'll be back tomorrow.
Very good. We will see you then.